Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back once again as we're back for some more Superman Superboy controversy, and this time we're hearing something from Games Radar. And let's just put this straight. Tom Taylor explains why he's giving us terrible storytelling. So let's go through this article, and as we can see, Superman writer explains why John Kent's sexuality was revealed ahead of the comics and why it's not what you think. Well, we all know that's a load of BS. The Superman Son of Kal-El writer says that there's a good reason why they revealed John Kent's sexuality early. And of course we've got him and his villain J. Nakamura, not our John Samuel Kent. On October 11th, DC announced the spoiled major element of November 9's Superman Son of Kal-El issue 5 was well spoiled. Maybe the wrong word, but since it's a DC book, consider this more marketing to the people aware. And who might these be? These people who are aware? I wonder. People aware of their sexuality, maybe? But however you frame it, we know that the new Superman, John Kent, is bisexual. No, he isn't. And he'll be revealing it in November 9's Superman Son of Kal-El. Yeah, that might be for sure via the writer, but you realise that he's actually retconning a character who has never before been shown as, bisexual. And for the character to be done bisexual, number one, he would have to be shown beforehand with going out with a lot of male characters, as well with a lot of female characters, right? That is better story writing than what Tom Taylor is delivering here. But of course, we all know Tom Taylor can't write, especially down here in Australia. But however we know, and he'll be revealing it in November 9's Son of Kal-El issue 5. And better for him, his romantic feelings are mutual, and there will be a kiss. Who gives a flying F if there'll be a kiss or not? We know absolutely nothing about J. Nakamura. Again, this character comes off more like a villain than an actual hero. If John had have left his his grandparents in the house to see what his so-called fake superhero friend would do, he would have left his grandparents to die. Yeah, we ain't buying this crap. But why did DC reveal this so-called major element of a story 29 days before? And first of all, Monday was October National Coming Out Day. Yeah, who gives a flying F about it? But there's more than that. DC's announcement seems to follow a pattern by comic publishers in which they hype or tease a big mystery. Yeah, who gives a flying F? To reveal a mystery or continuity development for weeks and sometimes months, only to spoil the story themselves before the story is actually released. Yes, it's called They Don't Know How to Surprise the Reader Anymore. They've lost the element of surprise. And that's what makes their storytelling terrible. In reporting on the announcement, the new Superman's bisexuality, we mentioned how spoiling the news prior is actually being revealed in the book could influence the buying patterns. So it's a gimmick? Where have we seen that before? Yes, we've seen it in other comics. And it also goes to prove my point once again. This was a cover sale. Funny that you're using a cover to sell a propaganda message, because DC could not have prepared this, say, on the road to rebirth, to even rebirth, that they could have interjected this into John Samuel Kent's character all along. Again, terrible storytelling, care of both Tom Taylor and DC Comics. Great job, thumbs down. And not only to add on top of that Tom Taylor is, by doing this, showing off how much of an epic failure he is. What's the next thing they're going to have Tom Taylor do? Well, seeing that they've had him work on Suicide Squad, deceased, let me guess, they will have him probably replace Detective Comics Batman, and then they'll make Batman gay? And that will be the next big reveal? Hey, how about you get Tom Taylor on I Am Batman, which centers around Tim Jason Fox. I think that would be a way better idea than putting him on Superman, Son of Kal-El. And then do your big, huge reveal that, Tim Jason's gay or bisexual. Fantastic. But that's right. Tom Taylor mustn't like coloured people. I wonder why. He always likes to do this with coloured characters because he wants to be the Australian white saviour of DC Comics. What a joke. So, getting back to it. For the buying patterns, and I'll highlight that, the buying patterns for Superman, Son of Kal-El, issue 5. So this means that everything is hinging on, of course, the cover, or should we say one of the variant covers, of issue 5. Because of the big kiss, the big smooch scene. Alright, this is a cover sale, which means they'll be using this cover of this issue as the front cover of the trade paperback. Alright, you can see through this. This is how terrible and predictable that some of the writers, but also how DC Comics reacts. And the issue that came out before it was subsequently, however, the series writer Tom Taylor saying the timing was due to leak inside of DC. The story was going to break anyway, and the rumours, some very misinformed, were getting out there. Tom Taylor tweeting out as news broke that too many people see comics before they hit the shelves. and would have loved to let this play out in the comic, but this was his next best option. Spoil the comic because you want to get more followers to your Twitter? Yeah, lame ass move. Unsourced rumours of John Kent's bisexuality began circulating as early as August 2021. Yes, and we know where they came from. DC employed a similar tactic with another spin-off with the secret identity of its mainstream Batman Tim Fox, but according to Taylor, John Kent's coming out was planned for a while, possibly even before the idea of Robin Tim Drake's sexuality reveal. In the Batman Urban Legends issue 6, in a New York Times Superman coming out, Taylor is referred to saying that the editors at DC were already considering the similar lines for the character before the writer even brought up the idea. Well, it's a terrible idea, because if the editors were really that smart, because with him making up such a statement, which sounds like complete and utter BS, or bullshit for sort. In other words, the editors, number one, they would have prepared this on the road to Rebirth. Not only at the road to Rebirth, it would have shown in the Rebirth run that John Samuel Kent was bisexual, that he would have had multiple male and female, and that would have also had to be brought over into the Bendis run. Oh, by the way, which hardly ever happened. So you're retconning Rebirth, and you're also retconning Road to Rebirth, retconning, let's also include Infinite Frontier. Of what happened there. You're a terrible storyteller, and you need to get off John Samuel Kent. Well, until then, let's keep this colourful, and don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And remember, Tom Taylor can't write comics, and he still hasn't cracked a cracking joke. Even in this terrible interview connected to Games Radar.